who wants to learn more about business communication trends in 2022 through to 2023, then this is an episode not to be missed right here at Best Practice TV. My name's Kobi Simmat. We have analyzed what is happening from a communication perspective here in the team at Best Practice. We've worked out what's been working for us and what hasn't been working, and I'd like to share some of those results for you. In 2020, we completed over 36,000 social media posts, and it wasn't just all digital, the work that we were doing in 2020 and through into 2021. We did a lot more, like, for example, producing this magazine, Infinite Magazine, which is the official magazine of Best Practice. But what I'm going to do in this particular video is talk to you more about how businesses are communicating, mainly from a marketing perspective, but outbound communications. And I guess you could also say that some of that can be internal and inbound communication. So don't automatically hear me start talking and say, actually, I'm not a marketing person, because we are all trying to influence and we are all trying to communicate. And it's not just public speaking, it's not just videos, it's emails, it's internal posts in group chats, it's all of the communication that we're doing, policy and procedure writing, all of those things. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about some of the trends I'm seeing. And then I'm going to talk to you about some of the principles and philosophies that I've got that you can use to start to think about what is going to be the best form of communication for your organization and for your role going forward. We're live streaming, obviously, on LinkedIn. For those of you that are watching live on LinkedIn, welcome. We're live streaming on YouTube. This video will be left behind. The recording will be left and placed on the Best Practice TV YouTube channel. So if you go onto YouTube and search Best Practice TV, you can go through and see all of and look for our channel, go through and see all of the live streams and all of the videos that we do put up on a week-to-week, day-by-day, week-to-week basis. So if I say something intelligent in this particular video, and you want to share that, then the best way to share these videos is to go to our YouTube channel and copy the link, the share link, and copy and email it or text it or share it on, WhatsApp or Messenger to your colleagues that you want to watch it. Obviously, you can do that from LinkedIn as well. You can click the three dots and you can share the stream, and this video will be left behind on my LinkedIn page that we're broadcasting from. But what happens is, obviously, the feed moves really quickly. It's hard to go back and find it in a couple of weeks' time because we produce so much content. So the best place to go back and look at this recording after this video is on YouTube. Do me a favor and hit the like button and hit the share button and make some comments, because that helps me improve our channel and helps the algorithm serve more content. I love knowing where everybody is working from and working for and working with and where you are in the world. So Adesh, thanks for joining us today. I can see you there. And I'm sorry I can't pronounce the other names of the people that are watching live on LinkedIn, but I can see the audience on LinkedIn and I can see the comments. So if you are watching live on LinkedIn or YouTube, let me know in the comments where you are watching from. So you just try that comments button. Now, the reason we're going to give that a little bit of an experiment, say hello or say hi or let me know where you are in the world there in the comments, because that's the place for you to ask me questions. And Luke has given me a dashboard here. So we've got a big Sony television, big TV screen monitor here in the studio, and I can see YouTube comments and I can see LinkedIn comments there, and Luke's going to hit refresh on those shortly so I can see where everybody is. So, hey, Ash, good to have you on board again, as always, joining our live streams. You're probably our biggest fan on our regular Wednesday catch-ups. Same time, same place. Let's get into communication and let's talk about corporate communications. And just a quick shout out to the marketing team. I got my new hoodie this morning, so this is brand new out of the box. Got lovely printing on the back there. Be the architect or the artist of your impact. I think be the artist of your impact. So we may down the track have some prizes in terms of hoodies for people and our best live fans here coming on the Best Practice channel. Great. People from South Africa, people from Sydney, people from Nepal. Lovely to have everybody on board this morning. Okay, let's get into the trends we're seeing. The first thing I want you to think about is the average age of your audience, the average age of the people that you want to talk to. And I think the biggest trap I've fallen into over the years is thinking that I want to talk to everybody. But the reality is that my message and the things that I'm helping people with are for people at a particular stage or point in their career. And so when we start to think about the different audiences that we want to talk to, they're going to be in different places. So there's over 9 billion users on TikTok right now, and 90% of those users are on TikTok every single day. And so if your audience, if anybody that you speak to watches TikTok videos, then I can tell you right now that the organic reach on TikTok is ridiculous. And small, short videos on TikTok, they don't need to be dances and music and all that crazy stuff. It's a great way right now to organically reach your audience. If I quickly look at LinkedIn, for example, while you might think that LinkedIn is a great professional platform to get messages to people, we have seen a significant, and when I say significant, I'm going to say ridiculously significant drop in the organic reach of our posts on LinkedIn. Now, while the trend might be towards LinkedIn and communication on LinkedIn, the organic reach of your post is going to drop significantly. The types of posts that are performing on LinkedIn right now are polls. Now, polls last year, when I was posting polls, in the latter part of 2021, some of my polls were getting 200 to 300,000 views. Those same polls to the same audience now are getting maybe 7,000 views. So when I say ridiculous drop in terms of organic reach, it is ridiculous. From 200 or 300,000, excuse me, down to 7,000 is a lot. An image or even this video, although my LinkedIn account has 30 something thousand followers on the account, it might get maybe 600 to 700 views this live stream over the next 48 hours. Now, LinkedIn knows that the LinkedIn platform is a communication trend in 2022, and I can say it's a trend. However, if you want to communicate with particularly potential customers or an audience, you're going to have to pay in the form of sponsored posts to do that, and then pay for your reach. So from an organic kind of free reach perspective, the green field right now is definitely TikTok, but it's obviously a particular audience. It's going to be a younger audience. It's going to be probably a more progressive, more early adopter audience. But if the people that you're trying to reach are a little bit more conservative and maybe a little bit older, then the platform might be LinkedIn. But I wanted in this video to quickly draw the distinction that I don't want you to have the expectation that you can just put up any kind of post and it's going to go well. And you might look and go, oh my gosh, I'm doing posts on social media and they're not working. They don't get any likes. They don't get any comments. So what I can tell you in this video right now is I will mention a platform, and then I'll tell you the type of post on that platform to make. And I'll tell you what works and what doesn't work. Okay, let's start with LinkedIn because we're live on LinkedIn. These videos live on LinkedIn are not working. I'm talking to you right now and you're getting valuable information, but from an organic reach perspective, they're not reaching a lot of people. If I want to get the type of post on LinkedIn right now that is working is a poll. So when you go to your personal LinkedIn profile, and if you want to reach and get a message across to your audience, doing a poll or creating a poll and then replying to comments as they come through is going to be the best way to get organic reach. So if you want, of course, there will be posts, maybe 1 in 1,000 that go viral. And I had on the LinkedIn account, a picture go viral a couple of weeks ago, up to the 300,000 views level. But that hasn't happened in a long time. It hasn't happened in a year. And although we are consistently doing it and the content's getting better, so images on LinkedIn are not working. Uploading documents on LinkedIn are not working. They're getting kind of maybe 1% of your audience. Definitely do not, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is do not put a link in a post on LinkedIn that when your viewer or your audience member or someone you're sharing to your audience clicks the link and goes outside. So you click the link and it launches a browser and it goes from, out into the mobile browser environment, whether it's Chrome, Google Chrome or Safari or any of or Internet Explorer. LinkedIn doesn't want you to leave the platform. So it will handicap and reduce any posts that have a URL or a link in the text. So please, that's kind of one of the biggest mistakes you can make right now. Now that may improve and maybe something that you can improve on maybe down the track, and I'll come on a video. As soon as it changes, I'll let you know in one of these videos that it has changed. But right now, what is getting the most views on average are polls and potentially PDF newsletters. So if you are somebody who writes an email newsletter or writes a blog content or writes that kind of content for an email list, then I can say that we do get good average numbers of click-throughs and views when we send out our newsletter. So the newsletter goes up on my personal page, and then it's an email notification to your followers, and your followers will click that and come back to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn wants people to come back on the platform. So they are sending emails out on your behalf with a notification that there's a new newsletter. Your audience, if it's good value, it's got to be good value content. It's got to be helpful. So when you're writing content or you're creating a post, make sure, how am I helping the people that I'm sending it out to? Okay, so right now on LinkedIn, newsletters, if you've got that feature on your account, or polls on LinkedIn are working. What's not working is links. The share button on LinkedIn, if you press it, it's not going to go anywhere. Oh, that's a great piece of content, just press the share button. That won't get a lot of views. And also internet links or website links won't get too many views. If you have got questions, please ask the questions in the comments and I will read them. So I can see people saying, yep, you've got some questions. So I'll read those. And if you are watching, obviously, live on YouTube, you can hit the comments there. And I'm more than happy to ask. Okay, let's quickly talk about TikTok. It's pretty much the only kind, there's only kind of one post on TikTok right now, which is a short video, music, no music, original music versus music from the library. What I can say about TikTok views is that most viewers, you've got less than a second because they're swiping, and it's less than a second as your 9 billion users on TikTok are on it. 90% of those people on it every single day, and they are moving pretty quickly. Swipe, stop, swipe, stop, swipe, stop. You'll see a TikTok user doing that, particularly people that are less than 18 years old. Now, I can say that you've literally got about 20 seconds. Videos on TikTok that are less than 20 seconds, maybe around kind of 15 seconds. Make one point, get your message out, go straight to the point. So straight away, don't introduce yourself. If you're somebody who wants to know this information, here's the answer. In less than, say, kind of 10 to 15 seconds. And viewers will play and maybe replay that video maybe 2 or 3 times, and you will get good organic reach. 1 minute videos on TikTok are not working yet. And what's the maximum length on TikTok? 10 minutes. So the maximum length of video on TikTok right now is 10 minutes. Luke is telling me I wouldn't be putting up 10-minute videos yet. Even though you can, you're not going to get a lot of views. So in terms of the trend in terms of getting messaging is it's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. So more short messages than not very many long messages. And that's the TikTok platform. Do I think everybody should be on TikTok? Yes. Ashley, ProTech, do I think it should be on TikTok? Yes, I think it should. So even if it is a collage of site photos and it's like photo of the progress of a site, or the time lapse, if there's a time-lapse camera on a crane of something happening and you put up that time-lapse video with some music behind it, do I think ProTech should have a TikTok account? Absolutely. Do I think Nico should star in it? Absolutely. And you can tell him that. No, I'm kidding. But if you have a time-lapse, so for construction companies, if you could put up time-lapses of things happening, maybe it's a significant lift with a crane, maybe it's a brick wall being built, maybe it's scaffolding going up or scaffolding coming down, setting up a time-lapse camera, and putting that with some music on a TikTok account, I think is a good way to start to build some momentum and get used to it. The same would apply on Instagram. Let's quickly talk about Instagram. On Instagram, I'll tell you what's working and what's not working. What is working on Instagram right now are Reels. Reels are getting good reach because what Instagram is doing, or Meta, the company Facebook that owns, they've changed the name from Facebook to Meta. Meta is pushing Reels from Instagram across onto Facebook to give them better reach, to get people to stay on the platform. So if you are a Facebook user and scrolling Facebook and you see the carousel of videos come up, those are Reels from Instagram in a lot of instances, or short videos. That's working. What's not working on Instagram in terms of a lot of reach right now is a post. You take a picture, you type a caption, and you post it to Instagram. That's not getting a lot of reach. It's getting probably less than 1% of your audience, of your existing followers seeing it. It's not a great way to be discovered. It used to work quite well. Hashtags used to work quite well. Times have changed. The audience is looking for more video. And so the audience is watching video and they're holding people's attention. And so unfortunately, video is a place. Now, the second place that is working quite well on Instagram in terms of reaching your existing followers is stories. And we're seeing some okay traction on stories on LinkedIn, on Instagram at the moment. Not amazing, but it is certainly working. And the stories go to your existing followers. So if you want to talk to your existing followers on Instagram, stories are a great way to cut through. If you want to be discovered on Instagram, more reels. And if I was starting an Instagram account from scratch, which we may do next year as a bit of an experiment to see what platforms start accounts from scratch and see what platforms grow the fastest. Right now, if I was doing Instagram, all I would be doing is reels and nothing else. Maybe occasionally some stories. Okay. Good morning. Anyone who's just come on, let me know where you are watching from, wherever you are in the world. I find it quite exciting, and I get to see the community interact with each other. So for those of you guys that are watching live on LinkedIn, maybe jump on and let me know where in the world, what country are you in, what city are you in, where are you, and maybe what the weather's like outside. Beautiful sunny day outside here in Sydney, Australia. We're on the northern beaches. If you want to Google Manly Beach is about 15 minutes drive from where we are right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Okay, let's just quickly talk about, we've talked about LinkedIn, we've talked about Instagram, we've talked about TikTok. Let's just have a quick chat about Facebook. Right now on Facebook, we're not seeing any success at all. I grew a page to 15,000 followers, the best practice page on Facebook a few years ago. We'll put a post up on that page. It might get 1 view or 2 views, 3 views organically. Facebook is very much built on advertising and paying for reach, paying for eyeballs. So I would not be focusing on building a Facebook page right now, unfortunately. That may change down the track, but right now, engagement is the key, and Facebook kind of serves your 10 favorite pages to you. So if you're in the top 10 of your audience of favorite pages, then you're going to get views. But if you're not, and you're kind of just a page that someone's followed, then you're not going to get a very good response. Johannesburg in South Africa is freezing. So or get warmed up, rug up over there, and lovely. Great to have you guys on from Nepal, and lovely and sunny in Nepal. That's fantastic. You guys have got some cracking views over there with the Himalayas in the background. So enjoy. Okay. Let's quickly talk about, Facebook. Let's quickly talk about YouTube right now. YouTube is a fantastic platform. I think it's a good, solid, safe pair of hands to hold your messages. And it's the one thing that I'd like to talk more about with YouTube. YouTube has got some great facilities, particularly the mobile app on a smartphone, having the YouTube app on a phone and having a Google account. You can really effectively put up some great video content, and it is the second largest search engine on the planet. So YouTube is about getting discovered over a long period of time. I looked at some of my old videos last night. I was looking at some of the cybersecurity videos that we've done, 30,000, 40,000 views over 3 or 4 years. There must be on average 4 or 5 or 6 people per day searching for that content and watching videos, and the views are just progressively growing. And so people are getting to know that's the content that we talk about and the different topics that we talk about. So with your customers, the people that you want to talk to or the people that you want to communicate with, they will be searching questions when they're trying to learn, just like you do. You search, you'll get on Google and search, and you'll get on YouTube and you'll search. And we all search questions. We all have questions every day. Even my 11-year-old son, he's got his own little smartphone. It doesn't have a SIM card. It's not connected to the cellular network, but it's on Wi-Fi in our house. And when he has questions, he goes and picks it up. He gets on Safari and he asks questions, and he's getting answers to those questions. So it's very important that your website, and more importantly, your YouTube channel, because they are recipients of search traffic from Google, have the question and answer format set up. So make sure that your YouTube channel is built with short answers to common questions. And for your customers that like videos, they'll be able to see a video. For people out in the internet that have that question and like watching videos, there'll be a video answer to their question. For people who like to read text and they search a question, your website is the way to give an answer to that question. So websites are trending away from being kind of a brochure or a catalog with 4 or 5 pages and more to a blog style content. So you've got articles that you put up. You might do a case study on a building that you just built or some work that you just did, and write a short article about the project. What was the problem? How did you solve it? How did you help your customer? And the benefits your customer is now getting from the things that you did for them. You know, you did the work, but the customer gets the benefit. They swapped money. They're giving you money to get benefits. That's how these things work. It's not about the features, it's about the benefits. And so the benefit of you watching this is that you're going to get more information and in terms of what to focus on with communication trends in 2022. And so you're investing some time and you're going to come out with the benefit of, oh, I know what to do and what not to do now. So the feature is I'm talking live from my experience on YouTube and LinkedIn. That's a feature. So I might say, hey, guess what? I go live on LinkedIn and YouTube every week and I talk about stuff. And you're like, cool, that's great. If I say on a weekly basis, I'm going to share with you what I've learned because I do a massive amount of work so you don't have to make mistakes or you'll make less mistakes. You'd be like, great, I want the benefit of that because I want to achieve my goals and my outcomes, making less mistakes because it's more efficient. I want to know what to focus on. I want some direction. I need the benefit of your guidance. So the benefit of my guidance is you make less mistakes. So I want you to think about the benefits that you bring people. What are the benefits that you bring people? What are the benefits you bring your customers? What are the benefits of having you involved versus your competitor? You're better, faster, smarter, more effective, less mistakes, more efficient. So that is what I want you guys to focus on. And your website needs to make sure you've got 100 frequently asked questions. Type the question, type the answer. Take the question to a smartphone, and the feature of the YouTube app on a smartphone is really great because you can just basically press record, answer the question and save it, put the title as the question. So when someone searches the question comes up as the title, give your answer. And so your YouTube channel can really simply match your website, but you've got text answers to questions and video answers to questions. It might sound like a lot of work, but those are the trends in 2022. That's how we all want to collect our information and get our information and find out. And we have to lean into that. And business is a full contact sport. There's nothing easy about business. There's nothing easy about growing customers. There's no silver bullet. There's no magic. It's just about getting in there and chipping through it and chunking it down and working your way through. And that is how you're going to be more successful as an organization into the future. Now, there's 2 final points that I just want to make because I'm conscious of time and everybody's time watching this video. Now, the 2 final points are this. I live by this philosophy. It's not what you know. It's not who you know. It's who knows you. The more content you produce and the more help you give people, then the more you're going to get known for that. And I'm starting to get known for that. And so it's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And I want you to focus on that. And so if we can focus on that, then we can keep producing content, keep practicing, and then we can have that life that we desire. But business is a full contact sport. Hello, Dane, Specialty Coffee. Graham, great to have you watching this morning. Brilliant day in Ettalong. I was over in Ettalong the other day. I need to come and see you because I've just worked out I can get in my speedboat. I've got a lovely little runabout that I use on Pittwater, and I can get up to Ettalong really easily. So we should maybe catch up somewhere near Palm Beach or somewhere like that. So good to have you on board this morning, Graham, and Dane Specialty Coffee. If it's Graham that's behind the Dane Specialty Coffee Gmail account, or Paul, Graham or Paul. Okay, so good to have you guys. So in terms of trends, frequently asked questions on your website, frequently asked questions on your YouTube video. Let's focus on polls on LinkedIn and newsletters on LinkedIn. Let's focus on Reels on Instagram. Let's focus on 10-second videos on TikTok from a social media perspective. Those are the trends. Now, final point. The final point I wanted to make is how do you know what to focus on? Ask your customers. When I went out and asked our customers, how do they want us to communicate with them? Guess what they said? Produce a magazine. So on top of all the social media content we produce here at Best Practice, in 2021, we produced a 100-page magazine. Now, this is issue number issue number 7. So we've produced this 7 times over the last 6 or 7 years. It's a big magazine. Yes, it costs a lot of money to produce, but it is still a trend. It's a beautiful magazine. It's high quality print. And for the 1,000 customers that we have, they like to receive this because it gets them off their device and it means they can have some relaxing time doing some reading. It's really high quality production with really great content. It's a huge project for us to do, but our customers said they want it. And when they got it, they said they liked it. And so for us, we're seeing a niche micro trend back towards high quality printed material. Now, the brief that we had for this magazine to ourselves was it needed to be timeless because it is a significant investment. And although the social media investment builds up over time, this was kind of like, we got to print it, we got to box it, we got to post it. It was a big exercise. And so I want you to pay attention to that you may have customers, you may have clients, you may have a marketplace that wants to interact with you that is still looking for this kind of printed content, just like all of these books. We're in the process right now of producing a book and we're getting some help with that. And that'll come out in about 3 months' time. And so that is a trend. It's a trend that we can't ignore. That's not just all digital. People still want tactile, hard copy stuff. If you want to get a message to me, if you want to work with me, you're more likely to get the message to me if it's hard copy. You've got to figure out how to get it to me and get it in my hands through the post or however that might be, because I get so many direct messages on LinkedIn, I can't read them. I get direct messages on Instagram. There's too many for me to read them. I get lots of emails and I'm a super busy person. But what I do is at 5 a.m. every morning, I sit down and I read for about half an hour. And that's why there's all these books. So this is still a trend. It's a trend that we can't ignore. It's not a growth trend, but it's something to consider. And so just be mindful. You don't want it to be paper and rubbish. And if your customer goes, oh, you know, what's this? Oh, that's not interesting. Well, that's an indicator that that's not how I want to receive their information. But have a think about this. This is too good to throw out. It's a good resource and it's timeless material. It's going to help people with leadership and management and growing companies and marketing and productivity and all sorts of stuff around cybersecurity and environmental and sustainability issues. And so it is a timeless resource with tips and tricks for people. And it's almost like a textbook. So have a think about whether you might produce something like that for your special customers as a extra benefit to working with you. Okay, I'm conscious of everybody's time. It is Graham. They're behind the count. Good to have you on board today, Graham. Thank you very much. Okay, those are the business trends that I'm seeing right now. I'm going to keep coming back to these topics as we talk each week about what's trending, what we're seeing from our perspective. Here at Best Practice, we're working with over 1,000 companies now on a retainer basis and helping those companies on an ongoing basis. So if you are somebody who is looking for some coaching and support to help grow and scale your organization, then we're the team to partner with. We can do that virtually with you from anywhere in the world, in any time zone. We do it remotely like this, whether we use Zoom or Google Workspace, or we produce videos for you like this. So, yes, I agree, Ahmed. Books are extremely popular. Powerful program and book on effective communication and understanding personality types using zookeeper principles. That's fantastic. Yes, books are extremely popular, particularly they're a bottom of the funnel activity. So the live streams over the next couple of weeks are going to be focused on business trends, the things that we're seeing, what's working, what's not working in growing and scaling organizations, helping your organization to be a better place to work so your team has a great time, a better place to buy from so your customers think you're amazing, and a great valuable investment so that you're giving shareholder and owner value back to the people that founded your organization and run your organization on an ongoing basis. So if you don't see me on Instagram, my handle is @Kobi Simmat. Please go and follow that account. If you don't see me on LinkedIn, my handle is @Kobi Simmat. If you don't see me on YouTube right here on Best Practice TV, you'll definitely see me, where we're going to see next time, on TikTok. So if you're not following my TikTok account, @Kobi Simmat, I'll see you through the week on TikTok. We've got some great videos coming. Luke and Cam are editing those. We're getting back into it. I've just been recovering from the flu. We're back into it now with our weekly live streams. Lots of trends coming your way. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place, right here on Best Practice TV. Bye for now.